So being from North Carolina, pork is one of my favorite proteins. Pigs are some of my favorite animals. It's a tough go. It's a tough go, I'll be honest with you. But when you have the addition of miso, butter, and molasses, things get a little easier. Check it out. So the cut today is a pork porterhouse. All right, check it out. It's got both the tenderloin, and then you can see the chine bone there, which is the spinal region, and it's got the loin. Look how much bigger the loin is than the tenderloin. That makes sense from what we've seen in the grocery store, right? So the tenderloin is anatomically inside the rib cage, and then the exterior there is the loin. So two different muscles. You see this in the beef porterhouse as well. What I like to do is take a little fork and just kind of gently poke some holes here. And this is a way to introduce your marinade and get it in there much quicker. And now that we've got some nice holes here, let's go ahead and make our marinade. Super simple stuff today. Let's go in with a little bit of miso. We're gonna go in with some very floral dried oregano, a little bit of molasses, which is gonna bring some caramel notes to this and give us a really nice caramelization. Imagine that. This is a super fun seasoning. It even has a little bit of seaweed in there, so a different type of umami going in there with a blast and a little bit of salt and pepper. And marinades can be very simple. Like if you don't want to do the miso, but you'd rather do mustard or whatever you like, go for it. Just make sure that when you're done with it, it looks a little more liquidous than that. That's almost too thick. So let's go in with a little bit more oil. And I'll have the quantities for you written down in the recipe below. And now directly onto our chosen meat. We're going to put this in refrigeration and refrigerate it for anywhere between 30 minutes to 3 hours. But that is a beautiful marinade. It's going to make a nice crust. It's going to be gorgeous. It's been 30 minutes. We got a good marinade going. Our grill is a Kamado Joe Classic 3 Series today, and we're stabilized at 425 degrees. I'm going to take my wood chunk and bury it in the hottest portion of the coals, okay? I want it to combust so we get that good clean smoke, and we'll just kind of open it up a little bit. I want to make sure I can see a couple holes in the fire grate. That's going to make sure that we have good airflow. Once we see combustion, we know we've got good clean smoke occurring. Let's go ahead and transfer our beautiful marinating pork porterhouse over to, this isn't going to be the reverse sear today. This is going to be the reverse sear. Does that make it just
the searing?
Just a sear. Yeah. But so what I mean to say is we're gonna just kind of really let it go nice and slow with that hot smoke on the semi-indirect side, and then to finish we'll give it that big bold sear, right? With all that crust and all that thick marinade on there, I really want to take its time, build these complex flavors, and then finish it with a big bold sear and pull it off and let it rest. While that's cruising, before we give it the turn, let's go ahead and make a compound butter that's very similar to the marinade. I just want to make a miso butter, and it couldn't be
miso and butter.
Just miso and butter. It couldn't be any simpler. It's like a 1-to-3 ratio, 3 parts unsalted butter, and that's very important because we don't need obviously any more salt because the miso is very salty. All right. Stack it all up, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator. As this is being sliced in the end, we'll just kind of have it ready to be topped and then slide down. So it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and take a look at this though. Let's see. I can't help myself. Hot smoke going on. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, but I'm even happier with what I'm smelling. Like that smoke, yeah, it gets in your eyes. It's acidic, right? That's gonna help it actually break down and denature a little bit. I hear a little bit of the sizzle going on, not too aggressive. Beautiful things are happening. We just gotta let it take its time. And the ceramic's doing a good job too. That 360 radiant heat, that's why we're here. If you're familiar with the channel, you hear us say aromas, aromas, aromas. It's a real thing. This is ridiculous. This is starting to look like the ultimate pork chop, I'll be honest with you. Nice caramelization. Still got a little ways to go. What if we put the miso butter on the outside before we slammed it on the high heat? Yeah. Kind of baking in that burn noisette brown butter miso flavor.
Sounds awesome.
Instead of just letting it kind of slide down. All right, so we pull these audibly, but for me, that's where cooking occurs, right? That's the culinary arts, the subjectivity of what it is we're doing. Like everybody is gonna think one thing's one way, one thing's another, whatever, but when you're in there and you're playing and you're losing yourself in the food, that's the magic, right? Being an active participant in your carnivorism or whatever it might be, just getting in there, flipping it, making audibles. This for me is the magic. I'm super excited, goosebumps. All right, I like this. We're gonna pull this back a little bit. And now that I've got a little bit of that crust there, I'm gonna grab my handy romaine, just get a little A little bit of a sear, little flame kiss. Not enough to denature it and make it soft and nasty, just enough to give it that of the grill flavor. We'll put that here. Let's go ahead and pull this guy off. You can tell that's the tenderloin part we talked about, and that's the gorgeous loin. While this is resting, I want to kind of make a little salad over here to go with it. So let's take our romaine. I kept the base part on there, but we don't want to eat that. And look at that char. That came out really nice. We could also grill these peppers if we want to, but I think I'm just going to run my knife through them. And then here we've got some fresh baby arugula. All right, take a look. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We'll make a little salt barricade here. Slow that down. And we bring a little acidity to the party. Up here. Good, good, good. And if we were using an herb basting brush, we'd do that at the same time. A little oil. Yeah, why not?
I've never seen anyone do this before.
Yeah, board sauce is good. Right there.
Board dressing.
Board dressing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. little salt, pepper on there, like we said. And that's going to taste, it's going to pair perfectly because it's of the pork, right? All right, so we'll let that sit there for just a minute, just in case we have some more as we slice. I like to take it off the chine bone, and look, it kind of shows you where we need to go. So we're right here. I'll actually start at the top and carve till I hit that bone, turn the knife, and go down. And I'll be honest with you, I think usually I'd slice that, but let's leave that as a morsel for somebody. And then we'll come right top again, around that chine bone. Oh yeah. Kind of keep that little T-bone portion and slice right down for presentation. Oh, the aromas. Let's do it right there. Let's move this one more time now that we sliced it, because you know all that's going to be right there. Yeah, it's who I was looking for. Kind of great it looks with those little peppers too. And then just to give us a little road map, we'll put our little T-bone right here where our fillet, or our tenderloin if you will. And then our rest of our beautiful pork can kind of lean and shingle just a little bit. I think that's fun.
That's a salad, man.
That's fun. Yeah. Pork salad. Thank you. Little fold and stab. Hey, take it easy. Oh yeah. More salad, please. More salad. Little char piece there. It's crazy good. The crust on that pork is just dynamic. I'm so excited. We put that slight char on the romaine, arugula bringing a little peppery flavor, salt and pepper spot on, the salinity from the miso. I could go on for days about this. I mean, and yet simple things done perfectly continue to win every time. A theme throughout the channel. Folks, if you enjoyed this cook as much as I just enjoyed that bite and cooking it for you, do me a favor, do all things, like, share, comment. We love reading those, responding back to you. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.